committee, I suggested that with these paths at Benachie, it would be a tremendously good thing to make a way, a Benachie way, from the Mither tap, right away up past, up the side of the Gadi, right up as far as round about Rhiney or Lumsden. And the Forestry Commission took this matter up, and they started, when they were doing bits of paths, making paths not on Benachie, but in the Forestry Commission on the Brindy and Knoxall and the Suey Hill, which is away up at Clat. And by this time was time last year, it was last, when was it? It was last year anyway, a year ago. They asked me if I would come and cut a tape on the part which they had already finished between the Brindy Hill and the Suey Hill, 6 miles. And they got a couple of hundred pupils from the Gordon School, which I was at way back at the beginning of the century, and they got them to come and walk along the path. And then they got a helicopter and took me along, because I'm now very crippled, and they took me from the back of Benachie picnic area right down to the foot of the Mither tap to a place called Essence Croft Car Park, which is to be the beginning, the east end of the Gordon Way. Incidentally, why it's not called the Benachie Way, they now call it the Gordon Way, after Danny Gordon, you see, because I'd suggested it. Not that I did anything making it, but so I was taken along the helicopter, right along the foot, looked down at the lovely farms, the lovely woodland, the lovely hills, and the lovely children, all walking along the way, coming on to the bit of the Suey Hill where I was to cut the tape. And it was done very, very simply. A couple of these Gordon children helped me, and we presented each of them with a Benachie again book. Like my father, my mother's vision was always outward. Everybody came to her in trouble. I remember her setting off at all hours with her little black bag as a skilly, howdy wife, for a baby was coming. Some of the babies she had in their swaddling clothes before ever the doctor arrived. In those days, pneumonia was the great killer, and it was her care over days and nights of nursing that brought my uncle Jimmy Gordon of Christkirk and George Skinner of Cotttown past the crisis. I should say practically all not far short of 40 cousins would have thought of her as their favourite aunt and considered a visit to Tillich a great treat. Good looks, a sunny temperament and a kind heart made her a true mother in Israel, a price above rubies.